There are a total of 5 mythics in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 1, but which mythic is the best? Today I'll be analyzing each mythic and which mythic is the best in both build and zero build. Of course, before I analyze, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's begin. Now before I start analyzing, I will have to take the following factors into consideration. And one of the factors being that what mods are put on the weapon. Basically what this means is that, if there's a wrong mod on a weapon, like for example, a drum mag on an auto frenzy, or a 4x scope on an SMG, etc. How effective it is against other players, like how good would the gun be in both build and zero build, and then finally what guns would the opponent have to use to counteract the mythic, meaning that, for example, if I use like a mythic striker AR, they would use something like a nemesis AR or an enforcer AR, since the striker AR will not be able to hit from far ranges, but both of those will. Before I introduce the mythics, I'm gonna speak with no audio enhancers from now on because I realized that really messes up with what I'm saying. Now, let me introduce what mythics are there, where to get them, and what mods are on the mythic, along with the right mods and the problem the mythic faces. Skip to this time frame if you know where the mythics are. Landing at the Lavish Lair and eliminating Oscar grants you Oscar's Frenzy Auto Shotgun with the following mods: the Red Eyesight, the Drum Mag, the Vertical Foregrip, and the Muzzle Brake. Here are the stats on screen and here are the correct mods on screen. Now let me explain. Reason why I put the Red Eye and the / no scope is because with shotguns, you're most of the time hip firing. The Speed Mag is there because the auto has such a slow reload time, and opting for a drum mag on the auto will not only increase the mag size, but also it will increase the reload speed. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that now, did you? Laser is gonna be the best underbarrel for the auto frenzy, as you are going to be hip firing most of the time. Now, the last mod, which is a barrel, really doesn't matter as you're going to be close range. However, if you plan on aiming, then the muzzle brake is the best option, as there is no point in putting a silencer on a close range weapon. Now, the problem with the mods on Oscar's shotgun would mostly be the reload time. When you're in the box fight, when you're in a fight in zero build, your opponent can see this as an opportunity to eliminate you while you're reloading, of course. So if your opponent carries a lot of porta bunkers and manages to time them while you are shooting and while you're reloading, it's gonna take a lot of time, because unlike all of the other shotguns we've ever had in Fortnite, the auto shotgun actually reloads all of the bullets at the same time. So this is why you need a speed mag, and a legendary auto shotgun would actually be much more better if it has all of the right mods, as the legendary auto shotgun would most likely have a speed mag. Now, landing at Snooty Steps and eliminating Peter Griffin grants you Peter Griffin's hammer pump shotgun with the following mods: a hollow 13 optic, a speed mag, and an angled foregrip, and a muzzle brake. Since the hammer pump doesn't really need any mods besides a speed mag and a laser, it's optional to put a scope or a barrel. Now here are Peter Griffin's hammer pump shotgun stats on screen. Now, the only problem with Peter Griffin's hammer pump shotgun is that it is outclassed by the auto shotgun in zero build, which we will be ranking first. Now, I will admit that it is way better than Oscar's shotgun in build mode. However, in zero build, it is outclassed by the other shotgun. Also, not to mention that there is a delay within each shot, which gives the opponent a perfect opportunity to try to land heavy damage on you. Now, if you land at the Grand Glacier, my favorite boss drop spot, and eliminate Montague, you get Montague's quote-unquote enforcer AR. Now, reason why I said quote-unquote is because Montague actually has a mythic nemesis. It just says enforcer for no reason. The Enforcer Mythic, however, is ready to go. Here are the stats on screen, as well as the correct mods for the Enforcer. We have yet to see how the actual Mythic Enforcer does, but we do know how the Nemesis performs. Here are the mods that come with the Mythic Nemesis. A P2 optic or a 2x scope, a drum mag, a vertical foregrip, and a muzzle brake. Now, luckily for us, Montague's Nemesis AR has all of the right mods. Now you might be wondering, Shadower, it has sniper glare. However, you could actually use that to your advantage because the thing is, when you see sniper glare, you assume that it's a sniper, right? Well, you could use the opportunity to continuously spray someone who is sniping and try to get them to worry like, oh no, he's spraying me somehow with a sniper, because I haven't seen anyone run Nemesis or Enforcer AR. Now, if you land at Reckless Railways and defeat Valeria, you get Valeria's Hyper SMG with the following mods: Hollow 13 Optic, Drum Mag, Vertical Foregrip, and finally a Suppressor. Here are the stats on the screen. Now, this has the same case like Montague's, except with a twist. You can either go for the build that Valeria put on her SMG, or you could replace the suppressor with a muzzle brake. The reason why you can go for that build too is because the Hyper SMG actually has some decent range, and by adding a muzzle brake you basically have yourself an MK7 on steroids. No recoil whatsoever, also the shots are deadly accurate. Last but not least, we have Fencing Fields. By dueling Nisha and defeating her, you get Nisha Striker AR with the following mods: the Red Eyesight, the Speed Mag, the Angled Foregrip, and the Suppressor. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. This weapon has all of the wrong mods. Sure, you could say that the Red Eyesight is the right one, however the rest are definitely wrong. The Striker has a fast reload time, so no need for the Speed Mag. It has a quick ADS, so no need for the Angled Foregrip. And finally, it has a lot of recoil, so the Suppressor is the wrong option here. What are the best mods for the Striker AR? Well, it depends on the set. If you want an AR SMG hybrid, do the following mods: Red Eyesight or Hollow 13 Optic, the Drum Mag, the Laser, and finally the Muzzle Brake. If you want an AR only, use the following mods: Hollow 13 Optic, Drum Mag, Vertical Foregrip, and finally the Muzzle Brake. Let me explain the SMG/AR build first. If you want to have an AR and an SMG but there isn't enough space in your inventory, you can go for this build right here. The laser increases the hipfire accuracy, meaning when you're not aiming, the chances to hit more bullets are high. The drum mag is there because, like I explained earlier, the striker has a very fast reload time, so go for the drum mag. Muzzle brake is there to reduce the recoil as the striker has high recoil. As for the AR build, Hollow 13 Optic is a must as you will be using this for mid-range. The drum mag is important due to the fact that the striker is used to pressure opponents in both builds and zero builds, not to mention that the striker AR can bleed through builds as well. The vertical foregrip and the muzzle brake allows it to reduce the recoil it has, making it an MK7 but on steroids. Now, with that out of the way, let's discuss the best mythics. Let's start off with zero build. Skip to this part on screen if you're a build player. Coming in dead last is Peter Griffin's Hammer Pump Shotgun. Now, I might or might not get hated for this, but in zero build this thing's not it. It is heavily outclassed by the auto shotgun. There's a small delay within each shot of the pump which costs you a lot, as players can use that small little delay as an opportunity to start spraying you. Also, to top it off, it does not have good range, meaning that you'll be taken out easily by a middle-ranged weapon. Coming in fourth place is Oscar's Auto Frenzy Shotgun. While it is a better option than the Pump in Zero build, it is not the best mythic. It has such a slow reload time. Close range it's good, however if someone spots your reloading, they can take the opportunity of swooping in and finishing you off with their own Frenzy Auto Shotgun, which has all of the right mods. Not to mention that they could spray you from mid-range, as you know the Auto Frenzy does not have good range at all. Third place is Nisha Striker AR. Reason why it is at such a low rank is due to the fact with such harsh recoil, but still a good weapon from mid-range. Only counter to this are mid to long range ARs like the Enforcer or the Nemesis, and the Striker is not built for long range. Second place goes to Valera's Hyper SMG. It is a very good weapon with controllable recoil, good for mid-range, can decimate people, has a faster fire rate, has almost all the right mods. Again, only problem are long-ranged weapons like Snipers, Enforcer, and Nemesis ARs. Now for the first place goes to Montague's Nemesis AR. Now, I know what you're thinking, why is this in first place? Well, for starters, it has all the right mods. Sure, it fires slower than the Striker, but with the 2x scope, it deals a good amount of damage. You can destroy people from long range without worrying about the Striker, Nemesis, and probably the Enforcer. The only thing you have to watch out for are the Snipers. Now, for the sweats, the builders, here are the rankings. Fifth place is very ironic, as it's none other than Montague's Nemesis AR. It has a slow fire rate and it can't tear builds down. Fourth is Oscar's Auto Frenzy Shotgun, still in the same place for the same reasons, except now people can build edit to shoot you back. Not to mention that people can hold down the build button while you're shooting. Third place is Valera's Hyper SMG. This thing bleeds through builds, not to mention it has a fast fire rate and decent range. Again, only counters are long range weapons. Second is Nisha Striker AR. This thing is deadly. Now, I did rank it in a place lower in zero build, but in build mode this is the 2-go AR. It bleeds through builds, has more range than Valeria's. Again, only thing is them long range weapons, specifically snipers. I swear to god, every sniper counters all guns from a decent distance. Now putting all that behind us, number 1 obviously goes to Peter's Pump. Now, reason why that is a higher place than in zero build is because the pump is actually more effective in build mode than in zero build, as you could shoot someone, edit the wall, and shoot again. You can just repeat the cycle over and over again, making it the most utilized weapon in build mode. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subbing. I'm trying to reach 65 subscribers before February. Now, without further ado,